Hi everyone. I thought I'd get out here and walk today. It's a little cloudy, as you can see back through here, and there's a breeze, but it feels good. I mean, uh, it just feels like a good day to walk. But it does look like some clouds. I don't think it's going to rain right now, though. They're not exactly storm clouds. So I'll show you some of these others over here. That's a big one there. It is, the wind is bringing these on through. There's like a 45% chance of rain today. I think it's just going to be some showers maybe. But there's lots of nice looking clouds today. Especially like this over here. Yeah, they're moving pretty quick. So I imagine something could roll in. But I hear a helicopter. It's probably from the hospital, unfortunately. It's coming right from the area of the hospital. I don't know if y'all can see that very good. I always hate to hear that. It's always something pretty bad if they use the helicopter. But I decided to walk more than I have been and exercise more using the resistance bands. I'm gonna have to get Logan to do that with me so he gets some exercise. And Logan, he walks every day but Sunday. He walks up and down we got a real long hallway. It almost looks like a bowling alley. It's so long. I notice there's more people out walking today. But and especially since I may have to have a stress test sometimes. I don't know how soon. And an echocardiogram. But I'm assuming that that's what they'll do. My doctor. We'll see. But I haven't had any issues, with my heart other than the rapid heartbeat, and I'm on a medicine for it. So it takes care of it. My heartbeat is fine now. You can see several people out trying to button this. There we go. Just wanted to button one of my buttons on my shirt. It feels a little cool. It's probably 50, just guessing. Last time I wore my sweater out here and the flannel shirt and my t-shirt, and I got warm after I started walking. I don't know what. Sun's trying to peek out over there. I really want to try to walk every day if I can. Some days you just get busy doing other things and you seem like before you know it, it's dark. That's what I like about summer, It's not dark till about 8:30 or something. 8:45. Gives you more time outside. I need to work some more in these beds. This one's in pretty good shape. I need to turn the soil, get any little weeds that's in it out of it, pull up this stuff if there's any. There's not a whole lot around the side, just this old stuff here. I need to get that out of there somehow. I don't want to tear my bird netting though, so probably do it. I may have to pick this up some and then put it right back down. This one's kind of a little messy. Got a lot of, these are all the stems from the green beans are still around. I just take this stuff and start pulling it a little bit at a time, or come out here and just do it all. The problem is my back. My back will start to hurt if I stay, bending up and down. Something been digging in there, probably squirrels. I need to get all that, get my hoe out here. This stuff will pull right up, I guarantee it. But I need gloves on. You never know if there's, I got some kind of poison ivy or something out here. And really the only place I was messing around was these beds one day. Ouch. But I just need to get all this. I got until May. Probably be planting like this first or second week in May. Usually I do it around May 10th. This stuff will come up real easy with my hoe. I need to repair this little kind of fencing I've got. It's starting to not doing as good. I'll take this and I'll take that and put it like that, and it'll keep it up. I need to reattach it in the middle. I need to really put more bird netting around this one. This is degraded. These are okay, the bird netting. I put this on here last year. All this. And that one too. But I need to look for, areas that's damaged, that's torn, and maybe patch them somehow. I got a lot of those plastic ties. They work real good with stuff like that. But, I don't have to just kill myself to get it done, because, like I said, I won't need it until May. But what I'll do is just pick at it, Just come out here and do 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I'd rather do it that way than to try to do it all at once and my back be killing me. My back and my knees. My knees are pretty bad. I've been in several accidents, car accidents, sports injuries. I had several sports injuries on my knees. And I've had trouble with them, as I got older. It can really hurt. I hurt one knee. I worked for Coca-Cola, and we had a softball team, and naturally Pepsi had a softball team. I got a darn thorn or something, a little bitty thorn in my finger, and I can't tell where it is. I'll have to look at it when I go in. But we were, each year, that was the big game when Coke played Pepsi, softball. That was the big, they had more people turn up for that than I guess they did any game the whole year. I think I was on third base, and our guy hit the ball, and naturally I ran. It went right over the shortstop's head, and I went for home, and I had to slide in. And when I did, the home plate, the rubber plate, the edge of it was curled up. It wasn't flush with the ground, which they should have noticed, before the game. Somebody the umpire or whatever should have inspected that, because it's right in front of him, you know. I slid in and that caught right underneath my kneecap, and it basically just tore it back. Tore all the skin and everything, tore it back. Oh gosh, it was bad. I mean, I had blood all over my leg and knee, and you know, I was so amped up. I didn't want to go to the emergency room until after the game or anything. Anyway, it messed up my knee pretty bad. I had them wrap it up real good, and I finished that game. I'm pretty sure we won that one, but you know, that was stupid to continue playing, really, actually, because I had to work the next day, you know. And I went. I mean, I never would. I wouldn't take time off work, really. Back then, when I was, you know, probably I guess I was in my 20s. And I hurt my ankles. I had a grocery cart loaded down with those 32-ounce glass bottles they used to have. Yeah, the returnable bottles. It was loaded down with them full, you know. I was bringing them into the store, and they had a hump that you had to push the buggy over. I had like 15 cases of them, and that's a lot of weight. They weighed 60 pounds for, 60 pounds, I think, for a case, almost. 50 some pounds, close to 60. They were heavy. And now I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think they weighed about 50. But you multiply that by 15, whatever it was. I can't remember real sure how much everything weighed, but that thing, somebody hollered at me when I was pushing it over that hump. I turned around to see what they wanted, and that buggy came back at me. I didn't make it. I didn't stop right in the right place on that hump for it not to go backwards. The front of that buggy, that cart, hit right across both my ankles, and it bruised the bone on both of my ankles. And I went to the doctor, the specialist or whatever. He said I'd have been better off if I'd have broken both my ankles, because it would take longer for them to heal when the bone is bruised than it does for a break. So I wouldn't stop working, you know. I kept working. I'd go in and I'd be able to lace up my shoes as loosely, my boots. I always wore boots, and I wore steel-toed boots, which saved me a couple times. I've had something hit them and bend the steel. But anyway, by the time as the day went on, I ended up having to just untie my boots and loosen it as far as it would go, because my ankles would swell real bad. They were like that for, Lord, it took 5 or 6 months before they ever got better, because I didn't stop. I mean, you couldn't make me stay home unless they were broken. I had casts on them. That's a little crazy. But yeah, when you're young, you can go, you know, you can handle some rough stuff like that. But then as you get older, you're thinking, oh my gosh, what's this done to me? And I probably lifted 1 billion pounds all the time I ever worked. So that's why my back is a little, you know, a little in bad shape too, really. I don't have any herniated discs though, or slipped disc or anything like that, but it's just getting arthritis or something in my back. I got a lot of stories about, especially about when I worked for Coca-Cola, man. That was a crazy job. I did make it all the way up to district manager with them though. I was the youngest district manager they ever had. I believe I was 25 or 26 when they promoted me. And then that was rough too, getting into management. Man, I worked more hours. I bet I worked 70 hours a week. You know, naturally I was on salary, so it didn't matter how much you worked. Got paid the same. I got paid good though, but that's a lot of hours, week after week. Oh my gosh. I was on call. I mean, back then we had beepers. If y'all remember, beepers. I had to keep my beeper on the weekends. If somebody got sick and they were supposed to take a truck of drinks to some, you know, Kmart, Walmart, wherever it is, if they didn't show up, it had to go. And if I couldn't find anybody, everybody put their answering machines on the weekend. So if I called them and say, hey, I'll give you commission on this if you take this so-and-so couldn't come in, it'd be worth it to them, but nobody wanted to work after killing themselves all week there. So guess who ended up taking it? And I didn't get the commission on it because I was the district manager. Believe me, I would have a talk with whoever it was and find out if they were legitimately sick or just hungover or what is the reason they didn't come in. If they made a habit of it, they didn't stay. They weren't there very long. I wasn't there to deliver for the weekends, you know, when I was in management. I didn't feel like that was my job, really. But I did it, you know. I was loyal to the company, all this and that. I wasn't happy, though. Yep. Especially if it went somewhere real far away. If it was like here in town or in the Tri-Cities, it wasn't so bad, but if it was way out somewhere else, you know, I had to drive for an hour to get there, an hour back, I'd be really ill. But that was, you know, back then, like in the late 70s to about 90, in that time, that was really one of the best paying jobs that you could get, you know, as far as physical labor. You worked hard and you got paid good, you know. The more you sold, the more commission you got. I think they used to have like a salesman of the month. They had these different, you know, things that you could do, like contests. And they would give you I don't know, 50 or 100 bucks, like maybe a nice jacket, or just different things that you would get, you know, when you won. I think I've got 5 plaques in there. So you know, I was pretty successful in that, but it was really rough on you physically. Man, these clouds are getting darker, y'all. Just being out here this amount of time, that's how fast they're moving. Now it does look like it could possibly, they're not real dark. I got my sunglasses on, they look darker. But it may end up raining. So this ended up being kind of like story time today. Story time. Yeah, I have more stories where really barely could have got hurt real bad in some things that's happened, and the Lord seems like he's always been with me, you know, especially once I got the Crohn's disease. That was in 87 is when they diagnosed me with Crohn's disease, and that's a long time to have this. I've known quite a few people that, you know, they didn't make it. So, you know, I'm just happy to be alive, honestly. Take day by day, you know. Wow, I've already been walking almost 21 minutes. I need to start building it up a little bit more. Maybe I don't want to make this an hour long or anything. So maybe I'll just continue walking after it's done, or walk some before, or whatever. I want to walk until I feel it. You know, until I feel like I've got some exercise. And I can tell my legs are a little bit better than when I first started already. Because, you know, they got kind of tight at first and stuff. So, just that one crow up there. I gotta get a drink of water. Now, see, if I'd have worn that sweater out here, I'd like to call it my Mr. Rogers sweater. Kind of looks like one he might have worn. If I'd have wore that out here, I'd have been burning up now, see. When I first started walking, it felt a little cold. Not cold, but, you know, cool. Now it feels just right. Or what I need to do, if I don't walk a lot at one time, also, like, if I could do it 2 or 3 times a day, like 20 some minutes each time, that would be good too. I'm not gonna burn off a ton of calories or anything like this, you know, walking like this, but you'd have to walk a little brisker, if that's a word too. Briskly. You'd have to walk a little faster, in other words, to really get more as far as burning calories. But I'm trying to just, for one thing, get my legs in shape. My hip was bothering me. And when I got up this morning, my left hip is the one that really bothers me. It's kind of what woke me up this morning. But once I start walking, it starts feeling a little better, actually. Still hurting. I can push on it. It hurts. Well, everybody, I guess that's going to be it for this session of Let's Walk and Talk Story Edition. Storytime Edition. For now, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I hope you'll press that like button. Also subscribe if you haven't already, and share this out. And hit that notification bell so that you get all my videos as soon as they come out. Bye, everybody. Have a great day, and God bless.